Okay, so I'm going to run through a couple of drills I like to do with the Spinshot ball machine, which hopefully you can see in the back corner there. The first one is just going to be a really basic up and down the middle warm up at a kind of decent tempo, and I might speed it up as I kind of get into it. But first one is pretty basic. I think the speed setting is about 17, feed rate of 9, so you can kind of see just as a warm-up tempo how it goes. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so it's more tiring than I thought for a warm-up, but hopefully you get the idea. You know, this can feed at a pretty decent tempo, and so, you know, even for me, like, that's pretty tough. That's pretty challenging. Obviously, a bit windy, some of the balls are different, so that's why some of the feeds are not completely consistent, but that's partly due to me not using consistent balls, which is recommended, but yeah. Okay, so that's the first one, pretty warmed up now, and next we're going to go into some kind of rally drills and tempo and how I would use it for that kind of stuff. Okay? Okay, so this time I got a rally tempo drill with a bit more movement. So I've got the machine set up in the forehand corner, and it's going to feed pretty basic 2 cross to my forehand and then 1 line. So we're going to do like a 6-ball sequence with a bit of rest after the last ball. Break. So, hopefully you can see, I mean, a lot of people talk about a ball machine being, you know, it's not good for training, it's just 1 ball. But with this, you know, that's as good as rallying with someone my level, probably better because it's not missing. And, you know, you can put in enough variation to keep it kind of interesting. You can change the height, you can change the speed, you can change the spin. I just put it kind of basics. I wanted a workout, but, you know, I could already feel there that actually the backhand was maybe a bit too tough, and I wanted maybe one that was a little bit easier because that's one I struggle with to attack. So, you know, I can just go in, set that ball to be, you know, a little bit lower, a little bit slower, and really just customize as much as I want. Whereas, you know, if I ask my training partner, hey, do you mind if, you know, every second backhand down the line you just kind of take a little bit off it, they're going to be like, sorry, I'm not doing that, like it's too much. So this is very nice for me, someone that wants a bit of a control freak, wants to control the drill very specifically, and it's kind of tracking how I feel on each ball. You know, it really allows you to go as deep as you want in terms of what you want to practice. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. It doesn't look too bad on camera. I'm dreading watching this back already, but that's just the very basics of an intro to how I would use this ball machine and why I think it's kind of so useful. I will be putting out some more videos with kind of different drills and how else I can use it, and make sure you're being smart if you are using it. So thanks guys. Okay, so I got one more drill to show that is one of my favorite ones to use with the ball machine, and this is just for the first serve return. So notoriously return under practice. I would like to get the kind of big ace attack serving platform serving, but those are very expensive. Spinshot do have a serving platform. Let me just show you where the ball machine is placed. So I placed it quite close. I'm basically trying to simulate a fast ball coming straight at me. So it doesn't have the bounce, so I'm losing that element, but I found that it's still helpful to kind of practice the feeling that you want to have on the return of that kind of weight and kind of turning with your body and accelerating with the hand. So I'm going to demo this. I'm going to be there, so you're not going to be able to see the machine, but hopefully you can get a feel for you know, the ball coming at me and what I'm trying to do with it. So okay, so that's that. Hopefully you get the idea. I'm not sure how good that's going to be on video, but you know, you can really feel like you're hitting a return there. And for me, definitely in the kind of times that I've done this before matches, it's definitely helped a lot in terms of getting ready for facing those kind of serves, especially when you think about, again, do you want to ask your partner, can you serve body, can you serve body forehand, you know, like we've all had the experience of, please can you serve here, and then it's like, miss, miss, for fuck's sake. So, you know, you want to get the reps. The whole point, the whole way to get better is getting lots and lots of reps, as realistic as possible. Obviously, the realism comes with the real player serving at you, but then you lose on the rep side. So my goal with the ball machine is how realistic can I get my reps, and then I can scale the volume, and I can really do as many as I want. I don't have to rely on someone else. I can really, you know, I don't know if you noticed there, but like sometimes I can feel myself cheating into the grip that I knew was coming to. So that's obviously going to make the return easier if I know where the serve is coming. So how do you treat it as if you don't know? So it's like, can you, even if I see it's going to come to my forehand, can I be sitting in my backhand grip and then practicing that change to the forehand? Or sitting in my forehand grip, practicing that change to the backhand. If I know it's coming in a certain way, can I almost deliberately put myself in a position that's more difficult? You know, so it's this way that you really kind of, in order to get better, you need to be challenging yourself. And I think when you're playing with another person or a coach, the scale, how their ability to scale the difficulty It depends on them. It depends on their skill level. And it depends on their consistency and their fatigue. And so I just feel like with a ball machine you can control things much more, and that allows you to really kind of hone in on, okay, what is that kind of marginal improvement on my return? How often do I kind of, am I late? How often do I miss that body forehand? How often do I get to practice that? You know, with this I can like, okay, I can sit here, have it come here, and then really just practice that move, almost practice being surprised. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but you can get a lot closer if you're willing to kind of put the time in and find all your little nooks and crannies. You're not here just trying to make yourself feel good by hitting a bunch of balls. I mean, that's great as well, but really try and find the spots. Think about, okay, at what point is it too hard? At what point is it too easy? Or can I just always be edging towards that? It's slightly more difficult. And we didn't even talk about, you know, kind of measuring performance, like I don't have the targets out, blah, 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 but all that can be layered in. So hopefully that's not too much of a ramble, and that makes sense.